Hello everyone, how are you? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. I'll go ahead and admit it is the weekend right now, but this video will probably be out on Monday. I got a couple other videos came out where we got some missing pets. Oh, scary, scary, because of the 4th of July and other things, but mostly because of the 4th of July. A lot of dogs get scared. And we had some good news. Someone found a dog. Don't forget to subscribe. Boop, 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 boop. But anyway, this video here kind of is a memory lane video for me. It's kind of a it talks about going for, to the future, going down the journey, down the path of this journey, but also how it's all started, how it all became something that I worked on, how I decided to do things, what obstacles I was having and continue to have right now. My foot is in this because I have a graft that was sewn into my foot. Ouch. So diabetics, here's a little hint, or a little tidbit, a little hack. Take care of your feet. Take care of your feet. Make sure you wear shoes. Don't go outside and walk around in the gravel. It's great to have the nice grass under our feet or whatever, but we just can't do it. We just can't do it. Can't do it. Cannot do it. It's just dangerous. Take care of your feet. A lot of times say, wear your shoes, wear your socks. Why? Well, because if you injure your foot, it can be a problem. So I'm having some of the same obstacles I had when I first started. But on the journey, how did I decide to do what I decided to do? What made me motivate myself to do this thing first, this thing second, this thing third? How did I determine my willpower? All of that kind of came full circle the other day when I was at ALDI. Do you shop at ALDI? ALDI is a company, I guess, that also owns Trader Joe's, or it could be a company that owns both of them. It could be, Hans Groceries of Germany, but it's a German company, I guess, and they own ALDI, and Trader Joe's is the same company, Trader Joe's. I worked for Trader Joe's back when I was store number 13, number 13, 10 and 3, number 13. Now they're everywhere, and it's not that I'm super old. Well, I am, but there's a lot of growth. So anyway, this was kind of all brought like to the forefront again at ALDI. Weird. And I did buy a product at ALDI that I will be showing. The person that I'm talking to and about had this product, and we talked about that product. So when you go to ALDI, I don't know if any of you go to ALDI. If you do go to the ALDI in Monrovia, California, when you enter the door of Monrovia, and I think they call it the track, it's the outside area. So you have a store, maybe it's rectangular or whatever, they usually are, and you'll go this way, and that's the track. It's like a lap. And then you have the aisles, then you have the stuff here, different aisles this way, and an end cap here maybe, and maybe a cooler over here, and some drinks. That's how they usually are. So when I enter, I always go into the door and to my right, and I go and they have like crackers over here, which I don't need. And then they have a little bit further on my left, they have like some cookies and some snacks. Some are keto friendly, some are not. Dark chocolate and all that's right here. Then there's like beer and wine. I can't have that either. So I go further down. Then I get to the breads. On the breads on my, which would be, I'm entering now, it's on my right hand side. You might be seeing this the opposite. Do you see the right here? Boop, 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 subscribe. But if you go this way, like that's what I come to. So I come to the breads over here. Then I would continue a little further down. Then I'm in the produce section. That's limited to what produce I can have. Fruits, I usually have strawberries, and I have maybe some watermelon. And those are the things I can buy at ALDI. Rarely do you get watermelon. Sometimes you get watermelon, but a lot of times the watermelon's already cut, which is great if you need a snack. A lot of people, I would never spend that much money on watermelon, but if it's between that and chocolate chip cookies, maybe I'd get the watermelon pre-cut into cubes. So you go that way, and then you make your turn to the left, and you go to where the milk is, and the milk and the eggs and the butter. Then you keep going a little further. Then there's like cheeses. Then you go and there's like a deli case, and then you continue making that next left, and you go down, and they have like the meat section. First, the deli meats, like the sliced ham. They don't sell roast beef there. They do not sell roast beef for sandwiches. They only sell ham, turkey, and I think chicken slices. I asked the lady, she said, well, it's because they try to keep the prices in a certain spectrum area, grouping, or whatever, and it's hard for them to do that. They have some salami and that kind of stuff. They're like sliced, you know, like if you want to make one of those boards, what do they call them, where it has the cheese and the. But anyway, then you keep going down. Then they have the meat, like the roast beef and the that you cook, in your oven, or hamburger patties. That'll be to your right hand side, and to your left hand side will be soft drinks and that kind of stuff. I filmed that a few times. You go a little further, then now you're in the frozen section. On this side, it's usually snacks, and on that side, over here is like ice cream cones and all that. Then it starts up here. It goes fish, chicken, and then breakfasts, and then that kind of stuff, and then some more ice cream, and then that way you're out the door. So that's the track, and then the inside rows. Of course, there's pickles and peanut butter and toilet paper, all that stuff. Don't need the toilet paper, but all that's going that way. So I walked in, and I was just gonna look to see if they had their keto bagels, because some of the keto bagels were coming back at Aldi. So I don't know if that's an Aldi product, or is it a product they were carrying and they can't carry that anymore because they're not available. I wasn't sure. I just don't know. So I didn't know. So I thought, well, that's weird. I wonder if they do have them back again. I've never tried them before. Well, I think I did try. A lady gave me one when I was out doing the walking around checking addresses for the census. So she gave me a bagel, but I can't remember if it was their bagel that was a keto bagel or a keto bagel from another company that they sold. I don't remember. It was a few years ago. But when I was there, I saw a lady, and she kind of was staring at me. It happens all the time. I'm such a big movie star and television star and commercial star and print model, freeze frame, and all that. So it happens sometimes. I do get recognized from things. I get a lot of this. Weren't you on I get that a lot. I get this sometimes. Were you on the 100 Gex video? Hey, do you look like Danny DeVito? I get that. That's the level, and that's a good level. Could you imagine being as famous as like Michael Jackson? You can't go anywhere in the world without being recognized. It's probably great for about 15 minutes, and after that, you're like, this sucks. You can't ever run around in your underpants. Oh, hey, there's Michael Jackson's underpants. Hey, there's David. No, okay. But anyway, so I thought it could be for that, because she kept staring at me. It's kind of staring at me like, I do get asked for my autograph occasionally. It's not worth anything. A lot of people say, "Dear Susan, thank you for saying hello to me today at Aldi, David Gardner." No, I can just write David Gardner because it ain't worth nothing. It's worth Zibola. But what happened? She kept staring at me, and she had her shopping cart, and she was going. I'm going this way in, and she is going this way. So I think what she did, she came in. She, when you run track, you just run clockwise. If someone's running counterclockwise, what's that? What's it called? A monster. You're running the wrong direction. You think they'd want some people to run one way and some people to run the other way to keep the track all, the same. I don't know. Pound down the clay if it's a clay track. But anyway, so she went the wrong way. It looked like to me she went the wrong way. So she goes to me and she goes, "Excuse me, are you David?" And I said, "Yes, but I live in Monrovia, and this is Monrovia, so maybe she knows me from somewhere. Maybe my photo's at the post office." And I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "You had that channel. I was watching it today." And I said, "Oh, cool." And she had the videos. I'm watching. I'm trying to kind of go from the beginning to today. What I did is I watched like 5 or 6 of your most current videos. Then now what I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm spending time watching some of the original videos. You can search my channel by videos of recent, popular, oldest, I think, are the 3 categories. And so now I'm going back and watch some of the original videos of how you got motivated, how you got started, and all that. And then what I do is I just kind of look at them, all of the videos. There's a lot of them. I guess if she's in that section, like maybe she's watching a recent video, and then she sees that, so it's not necessarily considered recent, but semi-recent, I guess. She'll watch that. And that's cool. Thank you for doing that. Her name is Marilyn, and she has been watching them. I said, "Well, I hope you enjoyed them. If you have any questions, please, put them in a comment section or my email address on it." She said, "Yeah, I saw your email address. I was thinking about writing you." I said, "Cool." I think she's probably around maybe my age. I don't know. And she said that she's already done some of the stuff. She's implemented some of the things I did at the beginning. And then I was looking at her card, and I said, "Oh, that's great." She said, "But I'm really, really confused sometimes on what to do." And I say, "Your shopping cart looks like my beginning journey, when I first started my journey." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "You have everything in that cart." She has low carb, she has keto, low calorie. She even had some gluten-free stuff, dairy-free, milk alternatives like oat milks and maybe almond milk, everything. But she went the wrong way. So where I started my shopping, she would be all the way around. I don't know how many of these she went through. And I go, so that's what my cart looked like. That's what my journey looked like. If I could take a photo and a photo of myself and timestamp it, that's probably what similar to what my cart would have looked like. She's trying to do chicken versus like beef type stuff for cholesterol even. So she's low cholesterol, low sodium, low everything. And she said, well, what do you think about this? I said, well, I don't know. It's not for me to say. I said, are you trying to do everything? Like right now, like, oh, I got a lot of problems. I better do them right now. I got to get my cholesterol down. I got to get my blood pressure down. I have to get my blood sugars down. I have to get my exercise up. Is that where you are right now? Like everything that is high that shouldn't be, you're trying to get low, and everything that's low or maybe inactive lifestyle type, are you trying to get up? And she said, yes, exactly. I said, that's what I was doing too when I first started. And she says, well, what do you think about that? I go, I failed miserably. She goes, what do you mean? I go, if you're doing everything wrong, you're right. The best diet in the world, the best healthy journey would be, I'm doing everything wrong. Now I'm gonna do everything right. Yeah, cool. If you can do it. So I said, I had to do is I focused on only my labs. She weighs herself every day, and I said only focus myself on weigh myself twice a month on the 1st and the 15th. There's videos back there about when do I weigh myself. I think it might have been in a Q&A, but I weigh myself on the 1st and the 15th. Hopefully that's not shocking. And she said, why do you do that? We're sitting in the thing, people are like kind of going around us, hey man, it's almost 4th of July, get out of the way. So they're trying to get their 4th of July party stuff on, I guess. I said, well, the reason I do that is because let's say I weigh myself on Monday and then on Tuesday I'm a pound and a half lighter. Whoa, I lost a pound and a half. And then, but the next day I'm 3 pounds more. It could just be something like water weight. If it's really hot outside and I'm not really exercising a lot, but I'm out doing things like getting in my car, driving to the market, walking around the market, go over to the post office, mail a package, you're outside in that heat, that could cause you to lose water weight. So I don't weigh myself like that. I weigh myself once on the 1st and once on the 15th, and then I just kind of get an idea. And so that makes sense. And she said, that's one of the videos I was watching, you were talking about that. So I don't know which video number it is. It's probably one of the original ones when I first was doing this, probably about 20 months ago, maybe, I don't know. And I said, yeah, so you're trying to do everything. You think that you're doing everything wrong, so let's do everything right. But the problem is while you're doing this little thing, so you might say, well, I got to eat a keto diet. I need a keto diet. So you increase your meat consumption. Well, you said you also had a problem with cholesterol. Now your cholesterol's go up. So you're going to have to find that happy balance. Was it called happy accidents or whatever? When you paint a scene. Was the guy's name Ross? But anyway, yeah. So you were where I was. I didn't know what to do, and I'm telling you right now, I still don't know what to do. I still do a lot of things wrong. I do fewer things wrong than I used to do. What I did is I looked at what is my number one health issue for me with the diabetes. I had to get my numbers down. So I had to really focus on getting those numbers down. Those numbers being my A1C, my daily blood sugar counts, that kind of stuff. And with that, weight loss helped. Now I told her one thing, and weight loss will probably help you with almost every single one of those things you're trying to do. It will. It's going to help you with all those. But how are you going to get there? How are you going to get there? Are you going to take a medication? Oh, diet pill, Ozempic, YO-YOING, whatever it's called. Are you taking one of those? Are you going to contact Weight Watchers or Nutrisystem or Jenny Craig, any of those, and have them help you? You have to figure out what you're going to do. So I told her, if I was looking at that card, I would think to myself, this card is probably not right for me currently, because I can't do everything. And also, if you're monitoring one thing, are you still monitoring this thing? What kind of things can you check at home? For me, I can check my blood sugar, my blood pressure, my weight. I can check to see how far I walk with my Fitbit, my actual fitness portion of this. Because people get thinking that this is a diet channel, or I am on a diet, or you should be on a diet. They always say that because that is ingrained in our heads. Diet. And maybe you're not on a diet. Maybe you should be on a healthy journey. Maybe it's more than that. So what she said is, what do I do? I said, oh, I can't tell you what to do. She said, what would you do? I said, what I would do is I would figure out, I'd buy these groceries because probably they're thawing out, whatever. Go ahead and buy it. Then I just kind of maybe get a pen and paper out, or my laptop if I had one, or I do have a laptop, it's kind of old, and make a spreadsheet of what I'm doing. What are my goals? My goals are to be healthy. My goals to be checked with are my labs. So for me, it's my labs are my numbers, and my goal is better health, to have good health, or at least better health. Her goals are to reduce her blood pressure, her cholesterol, her weight, her her blood sugars, or A1C. Hers is still on everything, and so is mine. But mine is doing this. This is what mine is: have the willpower, get the motivation out there to go and do something. Fitness is probably about every single one of the things she's doing. Getting out there and getting moving is probably going to be very beneficial. She needs to check with her doctor first. I'm not telling you not to check with your doctor. If you have a medical condition and you're very heavy and it's hot outside, check with your doctor. Is it okay, doctor, if I go for a walk at 5 o'clock in the morning? Maybe not 1 in the afternoon, but maybe 5 in the morning. So yeah, go walk around the track. It's a 1/4 mile track. See if you can do 8 times around, get 2 miles in. Maybe you walk a trail. Maybe you go to the mall walk. Your doctor will help you with that. They have to. It's their job. They make the money. So what I'm saying is, don't forget to subscribe. But what I'm saying is this: if she reduces her weight, if she increases her physical activity, and then she does some of the dietary things she wants to do to come up with a healthy diet, not necessarily a diet where it's just calories. We always think, when we watch television, when we watch commercials, when we watch cartoons, we watch movies, what do they say? You gotta lose weight. Go on a diet, you need to lose weight. You're fat, go on a diet. Diet for you, diet. But what's saying is, there's more to the diet than just weight losses. They're not all caloric decreasing diets. There may be some other things you need to do. And that's what I needed to do. So my cart doesn't look like her cart. My cart now is, she also drinks like oat milk and all that, and I showed her one. I go, look at this, look at the carbs in this. I can't remember what it was, but it was a sweetened one. A lot of people get almond milk, but they'll get this vanilla almond milk, and it's pretty high in carbs, probably calories too. So I told her, what I do is I get green leaf lettuce. I get a spring mix. In that spring mix, I might take 5 baby carrots and chop those up. Then I'll throw them in. Then I'll take some chicken fajita meat and I'll throw it on there. And it's probably about 3 grams of carbs. Then I can put some balsamic vinegar and some oil. I made I made a video. If you go back that way, whoop, 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 go back, you'll see me making dressing, a 0 carb dressing, and it's yummy. Pepper, put some pepper on there. I use real butter. And so I showed her, can you use real butter? I said, yeah. She goes, isn't that high? Yeah, it probably is, but I'm not concerned with that. My concern is for I'm not a member of the margarine coalition that says, do not, screw you, dairy board, butter's bad. No, everything's better with butter. So anyway, I tell her I use butter. I use olive oil. I use balsamic vinegar. I use milk, real milk out of a cow. I use meat. I try to do the kind of the vegetarian thing, but my numbers got affected by, I think, is the protein levels. They said really it's tough to be a vegetarian and a diabetic, so I prefer not to be a diabetic. If I had a choice to be a vegetarian or a diabetic, I'm gonna pick vegetarian every day of the week, of the month, the year, of the millennium. I don't know. So anyway, that's it. She is at the point where she has to determine what is her journey going to be. Right now, her journey is this: go forward, back, take a lot of U-turns and lefts and rights. And once she figures it out, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna increase my exercise, and I'm gonna reduce my diet a little bit, and I'm gonna maybe reduce calories or candies. No, so no white bread, no flour for me. No white bread, no flour, no potatoes, no candy, no cake. It's kind of boring, but I'll be around longer to be bored, I guess. Breads, are tough tough for me. I like to eat bread. So you guys have a great weekend. What's your journey looking like? How are you getting around? How are you navigating your journey? How are you starting? If you're starting, how are you starting? Do you have to start over? Sometimes you'll be on a journey, and then you just get off of that journey, and you have to get to start again. And maybe you're going to start a different way. Maybe you're going to find a different way to keep going on that journey. But if you're yo-yo, if you're weighing yourself every day and your diet's yo-yoing, you're gonna think, oh, I did really good. I lost 8 pounds, and then the next week you gain 12. Oh, that didn't work. I better do this, and that's what happens when we weigh ourselves every single day. At least for me. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, week, whatever you got going on. Take care.